Every daily bias video I watch always says, here's how to find the daily bias, but I'm not going to tell you how to enter. That is a big problem. I don't know why people do that, but finding the daily bias means nothing if you don't have an entry. And I seriously don't understand why people don't kind of look into this more. And it's just confusing because you totally get it, right? I get really confused. I used to watch these daily bias videos all the time, and I just get really confused. I'm like, if you know the daily bias, how are you entering? Because I'm not just going to enter. Like, if I think we're going to these equal highs, I'm not just going to enter randomly with no stop loss. Like, how do you know where to enter? So I'm going to be going over that in this video. It's going to be very easy to understand, and hope you guys enjoy. If you guys don't already know me, my name's Dodgy. I live stream every single day. If you don't already, make sure to use the code Dodgy. Get an Apex account or a few. It's really cheap right now, 71% off sale. Again, they're so helpful to practice this and what I'm talking about, and they're really cheap, and they're better than demo because they make you a little more emotional, and it's better than Forex, trust me. So get a few accounts. And then the other thing is I do live stream every single day. I am running a deal right now. I'm not going to explain the deal because I did in the last video, but it's a special promotion. It's the last 7 days. Go click the link in my description if you are interested about that, and you can watch me live trade every day. All right, so this video, I already kind of explained how I go over my daily bias. That's the easy part. I know it might not be easy for some of you guys, but using this example, and yes, how would I have gotten the daily bias? Well, we're going to kind of go through my thought process here a little bit. So step one, I look for some sort of liquidity, equal highs, equal lows, intermediate term low, intermediate term high, low resistance liquidity, whatever liquidity you can think of. So I kind of see multiple different things here. I kind of see trend line liquidity here. I kind of see equal highs up there. So I've marked out my liquidity at this point. All right. So I have my liquidity marked out. Now I'm going to be explaining to you like what exactly goes on in my brain at this time. All right. Well, right now I'm thinking, okay, we have equal highs. We're probably going to go hit them. I'm probably not going to get an entry. So I'm going to play some candles. And I'm like, okay, maybe we will save them. And this to me is like, okay, I was wrong about hitting them then. It doesn't matter because I'm not trying to long when we're two points from equal highs. So this to me is like, I'm like, okay, this is perfect because I know when this is inverses, we're going to go to the equal highs. So I now see, okay, we leave equal highs, we get a down candle. That's how I'm determining my bias. And I kind of just keep this marked. I don't really enter yet. I just kind of wait. So let's play some more candles. So now what I'm going to do is this is how I'm going to use the bias. If it's bearish, I'm not going to long. Okay, if we don't close over, I'm not going to long, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm either one, not taking anything at all because we're in between equal highs and low resistance liquidity, or two, I'm waiting for one of these to be taken out, and then I'll look to go the opposite way, and which means I will long if this breaks. So that's kind of my condition. So let's just see what happens here, okay? So we go inside of it. We create another bullish fair value gap. We kind of violate it. So at that point, I'm like, yeah, this isn't really bullish at all. We get another fair value gap here. And I'm like, okay, maybe if we violate this, we'll be bullish. If you want to check out my free 80% win rate strategy to get funded really, really easily, then just click the link in the description below. And then we don't. And at that point, this is when we get momentum. And I'm like, okay, well, I now know we're probably going to learn this low resistance liquidity first. It still doesn't mean I'm looking for an entry model. I am waiting. I'm just waiting here. So I wait and I wait and I wait. Okay, I'm just going to play price again. Now I see this candle. And I am bullish if this breaks. And I actually put this in my Discord the other day. I said if that breaks, I'm bullish. All right. So let's just go. You can like my stop gambling message. I try to help people. But here's what I said. I basically said, where was it? It was right here. It was somewhere. Let me find it. I'm sorry. I don't want to hold it. Oh, it was right here. So I said to note these highs, right? So I kind of have these highs noted. If we go back down, I said right here, 158. Bullish if this hourly inverses. If not, then I'm not. So I kind of had this marked. I said, I have these equal highs marked. I said, bullish if this breaks. So now we have a new condition. I'm either one, not shorting. I'm waiting for long because I'm not shorting this low, first of all. I'm not shorting with equal highs above, right? It's against my rules. And what I say before, I wait for either one, equal highs to be taken out, or two, this low resistance liquidity to be taken out, and then I look for the entry opportunity. So now this is how I'm going to know we're going to go bullish, right? Which has nothing to do with the entry yet. We'll get to the entry part. So I keep playing some candles, and I'm like, okay, well, now we have an even bigger fair value gap down here. So now what went from this to now this to now this, which none of them broke, we're at this. It's still the same thing. I still know there's equal highs above. I'm still waiting for one of these to break. And I know once one of them does, that's when I go in the lower time frame and look for my entry model. So we'll just put your price here. And boom, right there. We finally close above. I'm like, okay, well, a lot of people probably shorted this because it's so obvious. Now that we've actually closed above, I'm not just going to long here. I'm going to the lower time frame once I see this finally. Okay, you're not going to enter here. Like, if you enter here just because you think the bias is bullish, you need to, you're probably one, a professional day trader or a professional swing trader who's swinging 6 months out calls, which I totally understand. That's probably good. Or two, you're gambling because you don't know where we're going to go down to. So this is literally where I go to the smaller time frame and I wait for my model. And again, my model is I'm waiting for a bearish reveal to be broken. So I see two options here. You probably could have taken this. It's pretty obvious. Or if we keep going a little bit, I think there's another entry right here. So this is another option you could have tried. All right. So let's see if it breaks. Okay, so that doesn't break. Okay, now it breaks. So now it finally breaks. So I know since we inverse this, I know this is bullish. I know the lower time frame is bullish now. So I'm trying this. And I'm not going to be a furu, whatever, and draw this and be like, yeah, you should have caught this play. No one should have caught this play. You're not going to catch this play. Most of you, 99% of you, are not going to catch this. You need to have a very high experience. I'm not going to even catch this. You have to have a very high experience to be able to hold there. Depends on what account you're trading. I don't even swing trade, and this happened overnight. Like this, again, this didn't happen overnight. It did happen in a day. But who in the right mind would hold that much without getting stopped out? I mean, I would scale. I can't. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm not going to claim to say, yeah, you should have taken this because it's a whole different ballgame when you're in the market. We had earnings at 4 o'clock. You were gambling earnings was going to help you. We didn't know the earnings are going to be bullish. So, yes, it does complete in hindsight. And yes, I get a few held and runner. But generally, I'm expecting to catch maybe 2R in the setup. That's fine. That's perfectly content. That's fine. And it's all based off of what? It's all based off of this hourly being broken, right? The hourly fair value gap had before. So all I do, right, you kind of can see my thought process today. I kind of drew the most major fair value gaps. I kind of waited for both to kind of give me a sign or something. We finally ran this LRLR, which is low resistance liquidity, kind of trendline liquidity. And then we get another bearish fair value gap. It's just as obvious as these ones, but these ones never broke. And finally, this one breaks. That's when I go to the lower time frame. That's when I look for an entry. Now, you could have entered multiple spots. There was a bullish fair value gap over here. You could have entered here. It's really all dependent on what your kind of bias was here. You could have entered here. You could have entered even a right here, this pullback to this fair value gap. It all depends on your model. But you can see after I find the daily bias, I'm just showing you guys the model I used to get in. And whether you take a 1R, whether you take a 3R and only hold to these highs, that's fine. Most people are not going to hold all the way till here because they know earnings is at 4 o'clock. Why would you gamble this? Some people might if it's on like a YOLO account, whatever. But you're going to see that's how I do it. That's the process, and that's what I do. So I really hope this video helps. I don't really use the daily for bias much. I mean, I just use a 1 hour, 4 hourly. Oh my God, 4 hour mainly. But that is my thought process. You're not going to, I'm going to be real with you guys. You're not going to catch this. Most of you guys aren't. I understand. If you're in options, you should be catching this because you should be holding runner. That's a whole different story, though. And yeah, that's the end of this video. I really hope I hope this helped you guys. Some people had requests about this. They always say, I always hear daily bias videos, but how do you actually enter, like, according to daily bias? And I show them differently, but not in the same aspect. So hopefully this helped. And also another thing I want to say. How do you know this is a high probability for a value gap here? Well, you know this is a high probability for a value gap to be longed off of because, look, we inverse this to the left. So when you see this inverse to the left, I know this is actually high probability to go up here and not inverse. So that's another little gem. But that's it for the end of this video. Let me know in the comment section. So if you made it this far, which, again, half the people don't even make this far. But if you made it this far, comment your favorite setup, whether it be like IFEG only, IFEG plus an OB, IFEG below midnight open, a normal fair 2022 model below 830, whatever your favorite setup is, comment it and comment why it's your favorite setup. And yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.